For nearly 2 decades, Charles Cullen evaded justice. But what finally brought him down? In our last videos, we uncovered Charles Cullen's disturbing psychology, the silent patients who became his victims, and the shocking hospital negligence that allowed him to keep killing. If you haven't watched those parts yet, make sure to check them out first so you understand the full story of how this nurse turned into America's most prolific killer. Today, we'll continue by exploring how he was finally caught, the dramatic courtroom trial, and the lasting impact of his crimes on the medical world. By 2003, suspicions at Somerset Medical Center grew too strong to ignore. Patients were dying under mysterious circumstances, and nurses began whispering about Cullen's behavior. When lethal doses of digoxin showed up in toxicology reports, investigators knew they had a killer inside the hospital. Still, catching him wasn't easy. Cullen was careful, and hospitals had a history of protecting their own. Enter Amy Luffren, a fellow nurse and Cullen's close friend. When police approached her, they asked her to secretly help. With a wiretap and recorded conversations, Amy confronted Cullen, leading him to slip up and reveal details only the killer could know. This brave act turned Amy into the key witness who ended one of the deadliest killing sprees in medical history. When Charles Cullen faced justice, the world wanted answers. But what he confessed left everyone speechless. In court, Cullen shocked investigators by openly confessing to killing dozens of patients. His flat, emotionless tone left families outraged. He showed no remorse, only indifference. Prosecutors charged him with multiple counts of murder and attempted murder, but the true number of victims remained uncertain, lost in years of hospital silence. In 2006, Cullen was sentenced to 11 consecutive life terms without parole. The judge made it clear he would never walk free again. During sentencing, angry family members demanded answers. Some called him a coward, others begged for the truth about their loved ones. Cullen, however, stayed stone-faced, cementing his reputation as a cold and unrepentant killer. Charles Cullen's crimes didn't just end with his arrest, they changed hospitals forever. The Cullen case exposed shocking flaws in hospital systems. For years, institutions prioritized their reputations over patient safety, quietly letting Cullen move on rather than reporting them. After his arrest, lawmakers acted. New Jersey passed the Cullen Law, forcing hospitals to report suspicious behavior by medical staff. Across the U.S., stricter monitoring of drugs and patient deaths was implemented, all because of one man's killing spree. Cullen's story also sparked public outrage, forcing people to question how much trust they place in healthcare. Families of victims became advocates for change, ensuring that no other serial killer could hide behind a nurse's uniform again. While Charles Cullen may spend the rest of his life behind bars, the ripples of his crimes continue to shape medicine, justice, and public trust to this very day. Charles Cullen's crimes prove that evil can hide in the most trusted places. His arrest brought justice, but also exposed how fragile safety can be when institutions fail. You are watching Twisted Truths. Stay tuned as we continue uncovering the darkest true crime stories where trust is broken, lives are stolen, and truth is finally revealed.